Hi everybody, peace, love, and happiness. Hope you guys are well wherever you're saying this in any space-time continuum. Um, Please come in and let me accept you how you are, energetically, mentally, physically, emotionally. Show up here in this safe space created for you by the universe. So I wanted to start this us space um, with a little bit of spiritual Reiki, spiritual topics, healing, but most importantly, at your most comfortable. So, PJs and Reiki. So, PJs and Reiki. So, today we are working with Sera and Malachite. So, with Sera is a very good grounding frequency. So, Sera has this blue quartz in there, which is going to amplify the throat and pull up you speaking your heart's desire, speaking what's on your mind, and grounding that into a reality where you are open to channeling the way it needs to be channeled. And with you, it's like a lot of times people deny their reality, or they deny themselves because they think, oh, it's impossible, or we expect someone to make that a reality for us, that we don't show up whole because we're looking outside of ourselves. We're speaking our truth outside of ourselves by focusing on the truth of others. So we need to redirect that back in. And some of you may be wishy-washy, where you're just all over the energetic spectrum, and I for one am in this process. So this is where I want to enforce this with Malachite. So if you don't know, Malachite is also good for the heart space, but it's also good for grounding your reality, and it's good for the mind, because Malachite is kind of like that tough love where you wish you had that, like someone would set boundaries with you. Malachite is that being in a sense. And I personally, for one, up until last year, hated working with Malachite. It would always make me nauseous. The energy was just too much. And then I realized it wasn't the Malachite, it was me. And it's just the Malachite was amplifying the energy that was already within me that I couldn't see, that I became blind to, or I became feeler blind to. And it just amplified that back at me as a mirror until I realized that I could control it. So you can control whatever you are meant to do, and you control your reality and your game, your plan. Regardless, there's players in your game that not every player makes it out. So I want to get into this, and I'm just going to set these together, and I'm going to swoop your energy fields. So may I please touch you? Thank you. So I'm just going to tickle your energy fields a little bit, so you might be feeling a little tingle. That's just me working in. So just back and relax. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Ready? Exhale. So I want you to actually count down from 6 to 0, and then take a deep breath. So take a deep breath and hold 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Okay, last breath. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Exhale. Good. So some of you may be feeling like I don't want to say a burden, but it kind of feels like there's energy pushing you down, where you may be feeling emotional with that full moon, because it's still in this window, this full moon energy. And you may be feeling a lot of emotions like bogging you down, and you're needing a release, and just release it. Like if you cry, or you need to punch an egg, a punching bag, or do something to let out your anger, your frustration, then so do it in a creative means, as long as no one, including yourself, gets hurt, then do it. There's one in particular, there is this sensation, right? It's like a rubber band sensation in your solar plexus where it's like it's really tight and then you go to loosen it and then it snaps back. It's like it's like a rubber band elastic. It just keeps, no matter how much you try to break out, it's like. So I'm here to remedy that. It just goes to show that you're wishy-washy or you're dealing with energy that you have yet to release, so it's still there and it's still predominant, and you need to basically, if let's use this as an example. Say that you've been working on a diet, right? You've been feeding yourself heavily of nutrient foods, right? And then all of a sudden you have a cheat day, right? And you just binge out on, say, McDonald's, or you go to a burger place, right, and order a half-pound burger patty melt, right? And you binge watch and you start throwing up because your body's trying to like remove all that processed meat in your body, or the chemicals that make up that patty, or you're feeding yourself what you think is good nutrient food, but your body is not. It's like a food allergen, so on and so forth, whatever this is. So with this being said, I'm going to stop talking, but I'm just going to say do the opposite of what you're doing. And if that doesn't help, then maybe you need to seek medical profession, because someone here in this collective who's watching this maybe like has Crohn's disease or irritable bowel syndrome, or you have a what's the word, like a plug, like something's plugging your intestines. So anyways, I just want to try to do whatever, and I'll send Reiki in for that, but there is someone in here that has this, so we're going to work with Que Sera first. So we have our Que Sera Ankh, beautiful piece. So with this being said, Spirit, I ask that all this energy that from these stones that go into who they need to be into, and let Spirit take this away. I just send and infuse all energy from the universe, from your guides, to you. And you will feel it. Everyone's tingles will feel other. So I just want to gently swoop this in. Gently swoop. And bring life and energy back. We're just going to make circles. Really not going to do much. All right, perfect. And then we're going to bring our Malachite slab. We have some Malachite to reinforce our boundaries, reinforce what we plan to do, and make it a reality. Hold us accountable, give us tough love, heal us, keep us protected, keep our heart space protected. And as we allow ourselves to purge and to remain present, I ask that we are grounded in our convictions and in our reality, that we are realistic. We're not living ideocentrically. We're living exactly the way we need to. And if we need to change, then please give us our intuitive guides and allow this energy to perk us up, perk our life force back. And with this being said, I'm just going to hold these together, and I'm going to ask that these stones carry their vibration with you. Wherever you need them to be, they will be in you. Sending you this energy. Just take a deep breath and allow yourself to accept. So, peace, love, and happiness. Love you guys.